The Dow swing more than 1,300 points in one day. And what do you do? What do you do with a company that had the misfortune of reporting a great quarter last night? I'm talking about Livongo Health, which has a personal health platform that helps people manage chronic diseases. They use smart devices to monitor your data. They show it to doctors, and they give you advice to live a healthier lifestyle. It's the kind of business you just find in the middle of a public health crisis. Why I want to bring it to you. Yesterday, after the close, Livongo reported an excellent set of numbers, higher than expected sales, surprise profit. Even better, management gave terrific guidance for both the next quarter and the full year. As a result, the stock surged in after hours, as it should have done. And this morning, it opened up nearly 5%. But then the whole market rolled over, and Livongo got hammered with it. Stock closed down $2 or 9%. That's wrong. I think it's an incredible buying opportunity here. But don't take it from me. Let's check in with Glen Tullman. He's the founder and executive chairman of Livongo Health. He had a better sense of the quarter and where his company's headed. Mr. Tullman, welcome back to Mad Money.
Well, it's great to be here.
All right, I've known Glen since the show began. So, Glen, I'm going to start with a very simple question. In an era where we have to see tremendous people trying to solve a terrible epidemic, I say Livongo has nothing to do with it.
It doesn't. Look, Livongo has established itself as the leading clinical digital health solution for about 147 million Americans who are struggling with chronic conditions. Now, those folks are going to have to be particularly careful of coronavirus and everything else. But at the end of the day, it has no material impact on us.
Right. I mean, you have 94% retention, which tells me that regardless of how low the economy goes, and you and I both think it could because of corona, these are people who obviously like the product. They're not switching.
Our clients love us. Our members actually love us. Our net promoter score is in the mid-60s. We're able to demonstrate we keep them healthier. And most important, for our clients who are paying for the bill, and sometimes that is our members, we're actually saving money. So it's a win-win across the board. And that's why we see sales have been up. You know, if you look at our $170 million that we posted for last year, that was actually, you know, the numbers have increased very dramatically, 149% year-over-year growth. And if you look at member growth, 222,000 now, that's up 49%. So all of these metrics keep going. And, you know, if you look since we went public, 3 quarters in a row, we not only beat the number, but we raised the number each quarter. So this is a business, and you mentioned something I wasn't going to talk about, and that is profitability. And I think what that demonstrates is the business model is fundamentally sound. Now, we've not said we're going to be profitable until 2021 because with an opportunity this large, we want to keep investing. We're hiring data scientists for our applied health signals engine. We're hiring salespeople, and we're expanding the business because now's the time to do that.
Oh, I totally agree with you. And I remember we liked you from the day you came public. You said, well, wow, look at this, because it was in the sea of not great companies, and this one popped up. This is close to home, the diabetes issue for you, right?
It is. My youngest son, Sam, was diagnosed when he was 8 with type 1 diabetes, and my mother had type 2. So I was surrounded by this thing called diabetes. And I was astounded how hard we made it for people with chronic conditions, not just diabetes, but now Livongo's focused on hypertension, on weight management, on behavioral health. We made it hard for them to stay healthy. And Livongo is all about how do we meet our members where they are, make it easier for them to stay healthy. It just makes sense. That's what we're about.
One of our favorite companies, Dexcom, is a partner of yours in what looks to be a very good deal for both.
I saw you talk to Kevin recently,
yeah,
their
we like
CEO.
Kevin so much.
Look, Dexcom is the leader in CGM, full stop. We're the leader in applied health signals. If you put those two together, you get something very powerful. And what it results in is for our members, we're getting better information. You know, we have 500 million health signals. We're using those. We put them through our engine, and we get better insights and better guidance.
An artificial intelligence engine, people should know.
Exactly, and it's better insights and better nudges to keep people healthy. And ultimately, and then we pair that with our 24/7 care, and it creates a better experience. So it's a win-win. Great partnership.
I'm the chief spokesperson for the American Migraine Foundation, another recurring disease. Do you have anything in the works for people who have migraine? Because, boy, there's 30 million, and they need help.
Yeah, we don't today. Sorry about that, but we are looking across the board. I mean, one of the challenges we have is the markets we're focused on today. If that's all we ever did, people ask about, are you going international?
Right.
We're getting tremendous interest internationally. People say, are you going to new markets? Are you doing acquisitions? Look, we're not ruling out any of that, but our fundamental market, the growth in that market is so strong that we're going to make sure we have that tied up before we do anything else.
One last question. March 11th is a lockup for $45 million. There might be a secondary. I don't want people to get too excited after listening to you and say, wow, maybe a better time to buy is March 11th. We don't know. Right?
Well, we had one lockup release, so to speak, and we did an early secondary because we wanted to make sure that that stock, whoever wanted to sell, that we actually placed it with long-term holders. Interestingly, we didn't have a lot of interest. And if you look at a lot of that release, our biggest holders, interested sellers, thank you. But our biggest holders, folks like General Catalyst and Shinevec, what they've made is a long-term bet. They aren't going anywhere. Our management team, we're restricted on what we can sell. So we're in this for the long term.
I think it makes sense to be. We like this literally from the get-go. Tumultuous time. This is the kind of stock that you will be able to say, you know what, I can buy more of it because even though something not so great happened with Corona, it has nothing to do with this. And that's Glen Tullman, seasoned hand, founder and executive chairman of Livongo Health. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.